You on LinkedIn?
As a camp, I'm gonna see if we have more space. $40 camp.
In South Carolina? Oh,
So you gotta have more of these attributes. So we're gonna get up.
okay. How long is the camp?
So we were virtual. Last week is July. All I gotta do is pick somebody up. They have a kid show. Get on every day, 2 or 3 hours.
Okay.
It's just $40 day.
Okay. All right. And I let myself tonight. And it's also on LinkedIn here, and I send you her information. This is problematic. This is problematic, sir.
Like, what's the purpose?
Yeah, see what I mean? I'm ready for my head.
No, you're not. Make you complain. Good morning. Good morning. Good, good, good. How was your yesterday? And your evening? Good, 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 good. Anybody new who wasn't here yesterday morning to hear me speak? All right, cool, morning.
I didn't hear you speak.
Oh, you didn't hear me speak? Right, who else didn't hear me speak? Because when we came up with this session, idea was to give a keynote. A lot of times after the keynote, there's a lot of questions on how to vote. So for some of y'all that heard me speak yesterday, I'm gonna go back through some of the things I said. And more importantly, I want to discuss the how. And also, I need you to open your mind. Like a parachute, don't open your mind. It only works when your mind is open. My background in science, technology, engineering, and math. We built this community-based program to engage communities, and we believe it's transferable to other areas. I just want to give you some of the tenets, and I hope that when you're working in the community, when you're working in the community, you would have some tools to reach the community. How did I get to this point? As I said, I was a professor at Tulane University for 12 years, mechanical engineering. But in 2005, I did a sabbatical at the University of Michigan. At the University of Michigan, I was supposed to be doing steam reforming of petrochemicals for fuel cells. We could take petrochemicals and extract the oxygen, then deliver the oxygen fuel cells to run cars on oxygen. That's some deep stuff. Real deep, you know what I'm saying? Just gotta let y'all know, don't confuse it. I'm a real engineer. I won't get in, get out.
Okay.
But the bottom line is that in my heart, in my soul, my life work has always been how do I engage the community. So when I did that sabbatical at the University of Michigan, it was paying me to be in this chemistry lab. Every day I was spending time in political science building, sociology building, marketing building, advertising building. The one thing Barack Obama taught us is that organized people beat organized money every time. I don't know if you remember the campaign, he was counting on Barack. He was community organized. They're gonna do it, community organized. Mitt Romney raised more money than in the history of the universe of politics. And he beat it. And that proved that organized people, you can organize the people, you can get some things done. You look at the civil rights movement, everything else that happened in our community, it didn't happen because we had money. It didn't happen because we had resources. It happened because we organized the people. And all of a sudden, we forgot those things that made us powerful. We started following best practices, evidence-based solutions. Otherwise, only relate to our communities. Said it, I'm in it, I'm here to represent. And it may relate to communities, to other communities. And nobody knows your community better than you. I don't believe that you can come up with a one size fits all for everybody. So in 0405, I spent this whole year trying to understand how do you reach communities, how you communicate with communities, how you move communities to action. Because in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, I think that is the problem. Right now, Memorial School of Medicine, you look at the number of black males in the med school, the number of black males in the med school last year was less than a number that was like 1974. And there's a dearth of, need in healthcare and different things like that. And we just not doing the things that we used to do. So the reason why I say I want you to open your mind is because don't focus on the fact that my background is engineering. I need you to focus on what I'm saying and think about how you can relate to what you're trying to do. Right? I just did it through the lens of the people that I was trying to reach. But we've shown that if you can work through the lens of other people who was trying to reach people. I'm gonna recommend to this group next year that the keynote speaker should be a guy by the name of Eric. You might want to write his name down. Griggs, Griggs. I mean, Eric Briggs, he's a medical doctor, came to me in my office and said, man, I don't want to be a doctor. So I got, so he didn't want to see patients who weren't engaged in him. He's built an entire healthy community, like for the state of Louisiana, around this model. And he's just got the Black International Conference. Speaking on it, he just got Turks and Caicos, engaging Black Turks and Caicos, and like I said, big. You got to go to Turks and Caicos to show people red tape. So the bottom line is, we try to give you some tidbits that hopefully you can work with. And ask questions anytime you want. Future leaders will change the world. Yesterday I said that, come on. Yesterday I said that, honey on the table. I don't want to put my hand in it. I talk about community. I think we keep our eyes on the prize, right? If we remember why we're doing what we're doing, a lot of times that'll get us through the hard time. Just one of my pictures that I keep on my walls when I walk in every day. I remember why I do that. In America, there's a STEM problem. When we talk about this, I don't care what it is, this is the problem that all of us trying to solve. You can imagine a pipe. You got a bunch of people over here, we try to get as many people through that pipe as possible, regardless of what it is, and whether it's addiction or whatever. How many people can we get out the end of the pipe from the beginning? There's a big opportunity for everybody. I just believe that any solution that we come up with must be credited to Korea. We got to start at the beginning. We got to start as early as possible, the intervention as early as possible, and go from there. Yesterday in the city of New Orleans, just like everywhere else, we got major crime issues. And they brought together a coalition of 150 nonprofits, civic organizations, and they've committed $15 million for the next 3 years, $5 million for 3 years, to try and stem the problem of crime. Organization have engaged over 100,000 young people, over 2,500 college students, over $2.5 million in gains of college students. I wasn't one of the organizations. I wrote the mail last night. How in the hell? I'm sorry, y'all been cursing a lot the last 2 days. I called my pastor, I said, man, I like this. How in the hell? I'm building a 42,000 square foot STEM center in New Orleans East where all the crime taking place. Nobody.com. So I wrote the guy over the economic development thing. He said, you know what I'm gonna do? Sign your name up as member. I said, I want to know how the hell I wasn't at the table when y'all sent out invitations.
You're at your own table.
No doubt. Now that is the problem. Yeah. The fact that I created my own table, they can't control this. That is it. But I took the high road, so I can do that sometimes. I'm real petty. I'm petty. I mean, I'm like, I should get an award for my petty. But my point is this right to him. I said, maybe y'all don't understand what I do. Maybe you don't understand that STEM sits at the intersectionality of social justice, access, and equity. Maybe you don't understand that the issue that we're dealing with is systemic and can't be fixed in 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. Right. But gotta be approached in a generational effort. You got it? Maybe you do know. Maybe you do know. Some of the issues that you are dealing with are systemic and generational. They can't be fixed overnight. We gotta go deep. And the last thing I hit you with is that I said, maybe you all want to see what I'm doing as a solution to the problem, because I refuse to speak about our children from a deficit perspective. You'll never hear me talking about fixing broke children or broke people. I'll talk about low income, low resource communities. I mean, they're not at-risk people, they're at-risk environments. And I said, all those organizations you had up there, you know, they got a deficit perspective. I said, but if you believe that our kids can't do STEM, you don't believe that these guys are committing these crimes, can't transform their life, and become a part of the workforce of the 21st century, then I understand why it wasn't. They're like, when are you getting back to town? We sit down and meet it. Because you know I'll write that now. So when I was at the University of Michigan, I really had to be honest. And I found, you know, I get invited to speak a lot one time.
Make it count.
Yeah, you know, I get two. That's like, no. I get invited one time. Don't invite me back that many, two times. Because we got to be honest about the issue. I was telling somebody last night, professor from Savannah State, he said, man, how do you do this? I said, my life changed in my work when I made one pivot in my thinking. He said, what was that? I said, I began to approach everybody the mindset they don't give a damn about you. He said, can you imagine? I said, no, listen, bro. I said, let's think about this. We're going to use our STEM logic. I said, if I got the mindset that everybody care about the children, when I meet with them, I'm going to be talking with them like they care about the children. If they care about the children, it's a great conversation. If they don't care about the children, they're like, can't get out. They got to try to get to that conversation. But if I go in the room thinking that they don't give a damn about our children, or they don't give a damn about our community, that forces me to think about who they do care. That forces me. You see what I'm saying? It forces me to think about what they do care about. Because the conversation I'm going to have with them is a value proposition conversation about what they care about. See, we got to understand we care about these issues. That don't mean they care. Now, if we extract money from them, we have to be good stewards of that money about the stuff that we care about.
Yes.
What is the community? Now, people say, man, that's diabolical. I said, it's America. It's America. So when I'm dealing with government agencies, I'm dealing with grant people, I'm really trying to find a pain point of what they care about. And that's what I feed to them, and I hope that they'll support me so that I can overcome these barriers to reach the community. And that's what we raised $4 million this year. Increase our revenue 100% year over the last 3 years. In 2019, we did 1 million. 2020, we did 2.1 million. And last year, we did 4.2 million. The doctor's family said last night, and said, man, I didn't done this right. I said, first and foremost, I told you all about skill set, assets, mindset. If we don't have our mindset right, the skill sets and assets really don't matter. And understand about the people in the community, the struggles, the parent, but the service providers, our mind got to be right too. So therefore, you know, like this ability of distrust in existing systems of education and support due to historical discrimination, that's how equity, right? They just don't trust the system. So the bottom line is, how do we build this trust? I'm working with Oxygen Health Systems right now. Oxygen Health Systems is the largest healthcare provider in the state of Louisiana. They're the ones who just donated me this 40,000 square foot building. And they're like, how can you take us around the state and help us build trust in communities such that people will see that we want to bond with them and serve them rather than just distract them. And this is the model that we're working from. And what we do, a little bit of basic economic development opportunity. And again, like I say, use an open mind. I refuse to look at things from a deficit perspective. So everything I talk about is about building, right? Because if we can build a basic economic development opportunity, a lot of the issues and challenges that we're dealing with go over. They go over. we can, sometimes the best crime prevention is a job. Somebody's. So the bottom line is that how do we create wealth in our community such that people can get work? My dad dropped out of school in Great Pickup. I never forget. He was a roofer. And at one point in time, we had 100 employees. We're gonna come in there and he'll be giving them the checks. And I'll be sitting and say, boy, we feeding families. Never forgot it. I told him, said, we feeding families. We feeding families. And I also never forget when one of the men, wife got pregnant. And we was like, where's John? He said, well, his wife having a baby. But dad said, where's John? He said, well, his wife having a baby. But dad said, what they got to do with John? So when John went to the hospital, they said, his wife having a baby, John didn't have a baby. He was a different type of man, right? If that baby come to know John and me, so I took, it's like that saying, Goldberg, right? I took the good part. And I left that real man. So when you're building this basic economic development, changing mindset, right? We're talking to people. You got to think about exposure, inspiration, truth, education, and training, connection, and advancement. Yesterday I said that they're trying to turn education to workforce development. So that means they always start at number 2. Without understanding that it starts at number 1, with exposure and inspiration. That's where it started. I mean, so, we're gonna go talk to young ladies about pregnant prevention and new training, but we haven't exposed them to their bodies, the bodies, respect their bodies, how their bodies work, have them understand that it's a temple, you gotta respect yourself, other people gotta respect you. So other people make sure that they give their kids exposure and inspiration. System try to make sure that our people know how to do something. They make an action because they don't know. So after we expose, after we educate and train, then we make connection and advances. Now, this point is very important to connection and advances. A whole lot of people overlook their success. A lot of people don't understand that this success is based on their proximity to people. Just their proximity. The fact that I lived in a house, I knew somebody who did something, they had conversations, and that put down a whole different thought pattern. Right? And what it hit me was, one of my cousins got killed in the woods. We went to the funeral and his son had on a suit, all tatted up, And I'm like, man, it's my little cousin. So I said, man, you look good. He said, thank you, guys. I said, I know we had to go get him the suit. I said, you dress like that often? I said, nah, man, side piece, it feel good. I said, would you like to wear that a lot? I said, yeah. I said, check this. I said, I travel a lot, man. Sometimes I need help. I said, maybe you could work with me to travel. And all said, he said, really? Yeah. I said, look, man. I said, get to fly on a plane. I said, look, now I fly first class, you won't. I promise you, you'll get that at the same time. I said, you get to stay in the best hotels. And I said, and I give speech. Like, he said, what'd be my job? So your job would be this, right? I said, if I get a speech, 1 hour, you go down and make sure everything is. So I sell my books, you have to stand behind the book table. You're gonna have to work credit card machine, you have to be dressed nice, greet people. And I said, when you go in the room, check the room. I said, you gotta make sure the mic work, you gotta make sure everything's in place before I get down. And I said, you gotta make sure I got 2 bottles of water. He said, 2 bottles of water? I said, yeah, because I need my water. I was dehydrated. I said, man, I ain't giving you no water. I said, listen. I said, no, you gotta make sure there's 2 bottles of water. Now, if you go there, there's not 2 bottles of water, you gotta go find a client and get them 2 bottles of water from the client. Tell the client, put them up. But if I get to that damn podium and there's no water, that's on you. He said, man, I ain't getting your water, I don't care what you say.
But that job is still up.
Job description has expanded. But I realized that his exposure had been limited to a point where he started getting a man or it's beneath him.
Yeah.
He was working at Tire King at the time, changing tires. He's working at Tire King right now. Check this true story. Change. So that's why early exposure in our communities. That's why I'm hard on a lot of community-based organizations who proclaim to be exposed and inspiring kids in our communities. It's more about them and them taking pictures. And them doing the work. I've been kicked out of some. So why is this important? Again, now open your mind. This is what we want. Everybody said we want this, right? We want job creation, market, cabinet, entrepreneurship, and innovation. These are just words for jobs, right? This is for certain communities. For us, it's jobs. We're talking about low resource, low income people. The question is not how to get them a career. The question is how to get them a job. So that's why they'll put trades in certain schools and not trades in schools over there. I love the fact that, they brought me to Iowa to speak because a lot of times when I'm speaking, especially black people want to think the see black people problem. It is. I'm on that. When I go to Darlington, Iowa, and up in Minnesota and places, you realize this is by design. So these are the building blocks. These three are so important. And these are the three really what you're doing on the work. These are the three. We can get the person to here, to connection and advancement, and usually they can have different outcomes. I couldn't even get my little cousin to there. He missed the connection, so he couldn't advance. How we do it? Our whole goal is to increase STEM literacy, exposure, engagement, and access to opportunities. So the reason why I'm here today, because when I say STEM, all the stuff that we do, I see it as STEM, all of that, healthy communities, health professions, all of that is just this whole apparatus. In our life, we prioritize young people and families in the communities to grow all of us. I say that because everybody say they do that, but people write that. They don't do it. If your work is about the community and you're doing it outside the community, for the community, that's the issue with college campuses. And I mean, even in rural Georgia, you have a college and they say they want to work with us. Just started talking to a guy from Savannah State last night. He said, man, the people down the street don't even know who we are. Yeah, that's all I heard. Because they whole goal is trying to get you on the campus. And I thought we were supposed to be doing community work. So we're doing community work ain't on the campus.
Right.
The community work is in done. So we got to center our work in the community. I know this sounds, just simple, but believe me, this is where we are. We are not doing the work in the community. How do we try to impact and try to take families and kids and surround them with all those different entities and stakeholders that can give them that exposure and inspiration to talk. For example, we have a heart and circulation. If you look at the video, they don't show. We have a heart circulation day where we go in the community and we invite up to 200 kids in the community to come out and dissect sheepdogs. Then we invite doctors and the whole healthcare professional apparatus to come up. Most kids only get to meet doctors when they are sick. It's a deficit mindset. Question is, can we bring healthcare professionals and the community together in a more collaborative, beneficial way? You ain't gotta tell them. In your community, you always have health fairs, right? I remember one of the black men, they always want to have a health fair. Only people at the health fair, them and the other 5 people they invited, they spend the whole day taking pictures. You got it? You know it's the truth. I can replace it with the health, the Delta. They just, I can just go down the list and they health fair. They have a little giveaway. So we can bring the health profession, counselors, and everybody together with the community in a mutually beneficial way. And people who are there likely to trust this relationship and move on. So we invited 200 kids, and I've seen mothers cry when they see their daughter working with a surgeon, another woman's surgeon, dissect blood. Because right then and there, regardless of the situation from which that kid may have come from, that mother now sees the possibility for her. Mother may say, I'm not a doctor. Next. So that's what I mean. How do we do this thing in a different way? So we've been doing this so long. Our two health systems, they have their big health fair. And again, usually at these health fairs, they bring mental health counselors, they bring just everybody there, right, that's doing this type of thing. And they usually have more people there that are doing the work than the people that attend. Have y'all seen that before?
Yes.
What I'm convinced them to do is take what we're doing, so we bring up the 150 families. And now on September 17th, we're gonna do a citywide health fair in the Lawrence Convention Center. And all of the STEM stuff that we're doing, and we know we're bringing kids out, we got centered around that and put it in the middle. We know we're gonna bring out 300 to 400 families. September 17, 18, y'all follow me on social media, you'll see the pictures. I promised them I can deliver 400 things. And what happens is that when the kids come, the kids start working with the doctors, and then we start doing, showing them how stethoscope work, and playing this. Parents can go get their blood pressure check. Then we can turn the parents on to counselors. Then other issues come out. And then we really get a community-based event that everybody's exposed in doing this type of thing. This is the problem. This is the major problem. We're trying to get people from despair to hope to change. And we built a lot of solutions that otherwise only work for people in hope. The majority of people are in despair. I'll give you a prime example. I don't know where your kids go to school, grandkids go to school, or whatever, but we can both be hate. Because I said, kid had never looked at a comedian. Kid had never looked at a comedian board and said that changed my life. Never. The school gonna be able to stand up and talk about we spent $3 million on comedian boards. Technology is a tool. Technology works with people in hope. To go from despair to hope, that's a hard thing. To go from hope to change, that's a head thing. So the work that many of us are doing is getting people from despair to hope. That's a hard thing. A lot of researchers working on stuff that get people from hope to change, but they're not in hope first. Y'all follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
So my whole thing is, black culture sometimes makes me so mad. But sometimes, at its best, it speaks the truth. Steve Harvey used to do this joke about black people don't do science. I used to get so mad. Right? Then Chris Rock did a show, and he said, in his neighborhood, only there were 4 black people in his life. He said, me, Russell Simmons, Mary J. Blige, and P. Diddy. The only 4 people, black people in this community. You know, he said, you know, live in this community. He said, you know how many jokes I had to tell to live in this community? So he said, you know how many times Mary had to cry on a record to live in this community? He said, you know how many gangster rappers, Russell Simmons had to play to live in this community? He said, you know how many, parties Puffy had to have to live in this community? He said, you know who lived next door to me? He said, a dentist. He said, not the dentist that invented tea. Not the dentist that invented braces. He said, just a regular old dentist. So the challenge for me is the same challenge for you. I got a community that don't even believe in what I'm trying to sell them. I convince people that any little black boy or girl or little poor white kid can do science and math. And they hold training, everything daily tell them that that's not who you are. So we got to get them from this to that. That's why in the work that you all are doing, trust is so important. When you go sit down and talk to somebody, I spend a lot of time, I don't know if y'all know trust, it was very important for me for me to establish my credibility with you. They gotta really read that bio, do that, oh no, they gotta, And I came out saying I'm from Backtown, I sit up in the Lord, we don't like that, I don't know why I'm making that all that from that CP3. You know. If it was young people, I would have said what I'm trying to say is that I started from the bottom. And before this speech is over, you can realize that you go from 0 to 100. I don't need a rapper entertainer to tell me that I got greatness in my DNA. That's how you go from despair to hope. Then people are like, who the hell is number on Y'all didn't expect that. That's very important because a lot of work with a lot of ex-offenders. And then one day I was presented, dude raised his hand and said, look, man, you ever been to jail before? I said, one time. He said, really, for what? So I went to see my cousin. After about 5 minutes, I was with you, bro. Peace. He said, well, how you gonna tell me anything and you ain't been to jail? And the program is called Life Living Intelligent Forever for ex-offenders who are transitioning back into the world. I said, I'm trying to tell you how to live. I don't have to been in jail. I know how to live free. That's what I'm trying to give you. You gotta be able to go from despair to hope. And that's based on one thing. This is where it really gets down to communication. It gets down to communication, and many of us don't understand communication. And you know, when I say stuff like that, don't get offended. Tell my wife she don't understand something, she's like, looking at me, I will stay up. First seek understanding. If we get understanding, then we can move forward. Right? Just don't understand it. You can't go nowhere. And sometimes understanding lacking, bro. Don't chill out. So communication is actually a process. The last slide and this slide is one of the two most important slides that I need to give you. I realized the issue I was having trying to do the work I'm doing in the community, I didn't understand that the majority of people was in despair. And even if I knew they was in despair, my action didn't respond to them being in despair. Sometimes in our middle class lenses, even though we may be from the hood or whatever, when we get a little money, and our lens change. And we think we know our cousins, and we think we know the community, but really, the community is organic and the community moves. That's why a lot of people say, I just don't understand about where we grew up. It ain't the same. And what did it for me when I first started doing the work in the community, you know, I said, we're gonna start this thing, and if you get free lunch, you get it for free. If you don't, you gotta pay $60. Those who can pay must pay for those who can't. Everybody loves it. And I said, I'm gonna invite all these volunteers out. So I gotta buy lunch for the volunteers. We had a great day. 200 people in the gym, 70 volunteers and college students. All of the, you know, kids was leaving. Volunteers had their lunch. I'm sitting there eating a salad. That girl walked up to me. She said, I don't get to eat. Crushed. And it hit me, I'm like, hey, if I'm start a program, give that people for free lunch, maybe I should be offering. He brought me blind with all the right intentions. And didn't think that his children did that. Totally forgot that, you know, when we get up in the morning, our kids can go get snacks or get them something. When we leave, you know, stop at, you know, somewhere and get them something to eat. And that's not the life people understand. We have these events, the kids compete. My team has said, look, I need everybody to compete. Let get $50. Somebody raised their hand. They said, when we give them a gift card, like the Barnes and Noble, Starbucks. So we're gonna give them cash. They said, how do you know what they're gonna do with that money? I said, what you do with your money? Why are you wondering about what they gonna do with the money? When I pay you every 2 weeks, I like you gonna do with your money. But when you understand where people are, I mean, when you understand, I mean, that take work on our behalf. I said, I know my competition in the field. I never heard of a dope dealer giving out cards to Barnes and Noble. I never seen a dope dealer making it rain with Starbucks cards.
It's not in the neighborhood. Barnes and Noble, not in the neighborhood.
Even if it was. I grew up with a group called Wu-Tang. They said cream, cash rules everything around me. Now, don't rule me, but it rules everything around me. And my daddy told me that keep a $100 bill on the shop. Said it's $100 bill, you know, $100 bill is very important. $100 bill can get you in the trouble, but $100 bill definitely can get you out of trouble. Give them cash. Pull up that $50 and they compete, they go all up crazy while they learning because they're trying to win that $50.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody act that crazy over a Starbucks card. You see what I'm saying? So communication is important. There's 4 components to communications. Sender, a channel, a message, and a receiver. The sender gotta be authentic, and the sender gotta be credible. Sounds simple, but you all go to conferences like this all the time. They put up senders up there that's not authentic, and they put up senders that's not credible. Especially in these evidence-based, government-supported, grant organizations.
You don't come on now.
We're gonna send the most decorated researcher, PhD, double D, EED to speak to you. So y'all working in the community every day, you don't know. But after done, you like, what did she say? You got me? And we got to make sure that we don't fall in that trap. So we got to spend a lot of time making sure that we are authentic and credible. And that's why I don't think you take a woman to speak to a woman, a man to speak to a man, even a black person to speak to her. That's why I keep bringing up the fact I did the white people show. When I'm finished, white people like, we love you. So I still get my postcards from Iowa for Christmas and everything. Because of the authenticity and the credibility that comes from the heart speaks to her. When we looking down, we talking down like I know, like we better than the authenticity and credibility is out of the problem is a lot of people can't code switch. And they can't code switch with you. I'm just being honest. They can't code switch. You know? You can't leave Moore School of Medicine and go over and swatch and have a conversation. I gotta say Miles because I got a relationship with them, so they get mad. You know? I say somebody else, they don't know us. The message gotta be concise, relevant, and specific. So that means you have to shape a message. I don't care what the evidence says. You have to shape a message that leaves your mouth and resonate with the people that you're talking to. A lot of things I say, I'm dropping nuggets, but it's things that I've thought about that you all can hold on to. You know, and it resonates with you. You don't believe this is true. Think about politicians. Make America great. John McCain's country first. I mean, every year these politicians come out with very concise messages. Obama was changing. Oh, definitely change. This is tested. They come up with very concise, relevant, specific messages that will stick with you. That's why when I was with Grandma Roberts, Grandma understood how to communicate. Grandma came up with these very concise sayings, you know, that you remember. Birds of a feather. So we, in whatever we do, one thing I always say, message right. So we have these events, and every Saturday I say the same thing. This young lady from Boston, I love Drew. Drew came in, she said, you know, Dr. Mack, I'm getting so tired of your message. Can you say something else? I said, Drew, check this out. She said, what? The number one, she said, what? I said, this ain't about you.
Hello.
It's ain't about you, Drew. Drew, you're in college. You got two well-to-do parents, and you gonna be all right. This ain't about you. I said, I'm saying the things every Saturday that the community needs to hear. And when I get on the airplane, I'm 2 million miles with Delta. When I get on the airplane and I sit down, they say the same thing every time. Yes. So don't think it's about you. You gotta get the message that resonates with you. When we think about us, the message resonates with us. So a lot of times in these trainings and stuff, people come and be talking to each other. Then we try to go take the stuff that we talk to each other with out in the community. Like, man, why they want this? They don't want this stuff. No, they don't want you. Concise, relevant, and specific. I said so. I don't think I said it this, but I said it in the video. And every time we get on TV, everywhere, I said in the 21st century, our children have 1 or 3 actions. They're gonna take something, break something, and don't mix it. Inspiration, education, motivation, makes like people make a life, make a difference. I'll really know the 2 hours that someone needs taking them. Gotta go for a city, take your life, break your daughter's heart. You got to come up with messaging that person. You talk to the people long enough, they're gonna give you the message. Your channel gotta be very clear. The channel has to be very clear. A student about to put me on TikTok. I said, y'all gonna have to do it. I ain't doing it. He said, look, Doc, we just gonna take the speaking and cut it up, put it on TikTok. But y'all do whatever you make it look bad and click it. But and I'm on TikTok, I think on TikTok. I was talking to Doria and Trees, and they were like, we don't do social media, whatever. And I'm like, but you're a dinosaur. Right. It's the new word. My dad told me, my dad said, you know, dad said it would be a shame if we're selling wholesales that when Henry Ford created the Model T. You standing there, Model T's going down the street, you still trying to sell wholesales. And people looking at social media about realizing that it is the new media.
It's the new.
It's the new media. All right, so we have to use the new media. So we might have to make reels, we might have to make little short vignettes. The goal with social media, if you're on social media, is stay on purpose, but you can be on social media without putting your personal stuff on.
Right.
I'm on all that stuff. People be like, man, you know, talk about your that ain't your damn business.
No. That's right.
Hey, that ain't my purpose on social media. I don't need no more friends. I got a lot of friends. I don't got a dog, but I got a turtle. My purpose of social media is to inform. And if you follow me on social media, I'll post the work. The change with my buddy Eric Griggs, who's the MD, who didn't want to be a doctor anymore, but he wanted to do community health, is that every time Eric Griggs is on social media, you do this, let's take a selfie. And I said, man, you go to your social media, this social media is about work. I said, look, that start posting the work. Now he's traveling the country. He stopped posting him, start posting the work. He got up every morning, he put something on there about community health. He began to educate the community on health. He just put all these stupid jokes up, like, I'm like, look, that's a grown man. See, look, but he actually said, when you mentor me, so I'm gonna tell you what my mentor told me, I asked my mentor to mentor me. And he said, do you want me to be your friend or your mentor? I said, what's the difference? He said, a friend gonna leave you as you are, a mentor gonna put a foot in you. I said, look, man, if I'm working for CBS and I'm trying to do community health and I go to your LinkedIn page and I see some stupid joke, do you think I'm gonna invest in you? Am I gonna take you seriously? I said, but if I go to your LinkedIn page or I go to your Facebook page, I Google you, I wanna see 2, 3, 4 years of the work. So now if you go, it's called Doc Griggs, you go and he's putting out these messages. He made a fortune during COVID, but with COVID, he had to speak to the community. So the MDs who thought they should be out there, and the researchers thought they should be out there, didn't have command of their language to speak to the community. So the state brought him in, and he's on TV every day, he's doing everything because he's an MD who's capable of speaking to the community in a concise, relevant way that the message resonates. Now this is the part, this is the one thing. The sender got to be authentic and credible, the message got to be concise, relevant, specific, and the channel got to be very clear. But the receiver has to be accessible. I mean, you got to be where the receiver is. And only the receiver got to be where you are. The receiver got to be something, you got to be where the receiver is. The receiver got to be targeted. The receiver got to be understood. This is what people refuse to do. That's why I say, you know, we seek understanding. Don't mean I agree with you. Say, my wife, I hear you. I understand you. I still disagree.
I'm gonna do it,
You got that one there. You got that one there.
but I'm gonna do it still.
Huh?
But I'm gonna do it still.
There you go. And no doubt, I just want to know that you know I disagree. Because people think that you heard me. If you heard me, you understand me, then I should agree. A lot of times when we try to work with people, we have not taken the time and energy to understand people. That they, even if we've been there before, like I said, the community is organic and it changes. So we gotta understand the community. So that's why when I started my program, we have STEM Nova, Transport STEM Atlanta, Transport STEM Baton Rouge, Transport STEM, got STEM Lenore, got STEM Saginaw Mission. So the MBA schools, every summer MBAs come out and say, we study your program, and they take all our stuff, they go back, and then they come back with the same, report every year. Like, what you need to do is stick to one name and then steal that name around the country. Then they go and they say, we looked at the financial demographics, and over here is where the most money made in New Orleans. You should be marketing what you're doing to that community. Got it? Community want to know that it's for them. So that's why it's still no, they don't want to know in Baton Rouge. They don't want to know in Atlanta. Saints can put that behind the first day. But I forgot I was talking to people from Georgia yesterday, but I have to get the date. You gotta understand your but the bottom line is that you understand what people want you to say. So that's why we go to Baton Rouge, gotta find somebody in Baton Rouge, train people in Baton Rouge. People in Baton Rouge go to their communities and if they're authentic, they're credible, they got the trust. They just need to know the know-how to go into the community and do. Sender, message, channel, receive. Tell them this is the thing. So you really need to even in this forces you to become who you need to become to reach the people that need to be reached. A lot of times it doesn't work because we make it about us. We really don't think about our authenticity and credibility because we do believe that because we've achieved to a certain degree and we've heard a certain position, that should be enough credibility. We come up with a message that's comfortable to us. We really don't worry about the channel that we put the message on. And then we think we know to receive. Because that's where I'm from. I'm from over there. And I say, right, you from there. You ain't there anymore. So, really we're trying to demonstrate that high functioning community. And is this making sense?
Yes.
It goes to, and you're in the community trying to effect change. It's streamlined and everything too. And we said we create a high functioning community, delivering vertical collaborational experience. And somebody asked a great question today about the intergenerational challenges, and it is. But what we try to do, that's why I bring college students, that's why I bring STEM professionals, because they help me bridge that intergenerational gap. A lot of times they give me credibility. I come rolling to young people, they're like, man, y'all would adopt that. I give you promises. Before Bill Cosby became what Bill Cosby who he is today, after Hurricane Katrina, Bill Cosby came to the city of New Orleans. He wanted to go to a school, so we were rolling together. We went into a school. Bill Cosby gave the disrespectful speech that he was doing at the time about our children. When he left, I came back in and I apologized to the kids. I said, man, all the reason we listened to him because he was with you. You don't know that dude. We don't know him, and he don't know us. That is it. But when you have connections intergenerationally, it helps you understand what people. Somebody told me, if your mentor don't have a mentor, then that don't need to be your mentor. I always tell boys, you need to be, you better hang around men and tell men, we spend a lot of time talking about mentoring, help boys become men, the girls become women. We spend no time mentoring, helping men or women become elders. Think about that. That's why I do 6 years old with Carol, a gold chain on in the club. We got men that never grow up, and they never understand that this thing, the next phase of this stuff. But then they wondering about a voice. So that's when I talk about intergenerational, and everything that we do in the community, I try to make it intergenerational. So the kid can see, or the mother can see herself at the next at the next stage. Any questions? No. This one I get in a fight with like institutions. Y'all can see I'm not too fond of institutions. Because you can go to any community, you can find all these institutions. I don't care where you at. I don't care, you're in Doherty County, you can find this. You're in Thomasville, you can find this. You're in Atlanta, you can find it. What you can't find is somebody, some entity organizing the community and driving the people to the solutions in the community. That used to be the church. Don't go there, man. Don't go there. Don't go there, man. It used to be the church. So now, if you don't have this nucleus in the community that people trust, how do you drive the people to the other thing that they don't even know about? So y'all have all these solutions. People don't know. Your biggest challenge is getting from your solution, wherever you may be, whether you're in higher ed, whether you're in after school, your biggest problem is getting from there to here. And I'm saying all of it goes, and we gotta work to get from here to there. Good model been turned inside. That's how I sit on Xavier's campus. And we've never been to Xavier University. You know, Xavier University's campus, you know, it's almost like going out, but they got houses. People live on the campus, and Xavier trying to buy houses. And you know, these students at Xavier walk into class, there's little kids just on the sidewalk playing. There's a total disconnect between those kids growing up right there on that campus and those professors and those kids who supposed to go into school to become doctors and pharmacists and nurses, community health advisors and counselors. So the kids right there that they pass them. Because it's not about the community, it's not about the kids, it's about them and what they're trying to do. You find all of this, the question is, how do we get to the community? Take it down, Mr. Engineer, as an engineer, figure out how to do it one time. You multiply 100. Same time. They got how to make one good bird and replicate that over and over. So a lot of people can't solve things because they try to take too big. You look at it and say, this thing messed up. You can't save all these kids. But if you got to save more and then replicate them, then you might be able to save. Maybe not all, but a lot. In the engineer, we think big. You save all. Got it? So you just take one student, you know, I knew this was students, a lot of students, right? You're tired of changing a kid. Well, I'm telling you about communication, I'm like, I know. You know what I'm saying, student? Boy, girl, some of your kid. There's certain things we need to give them great. This is why we got a partner. This is why some of the work we're doing can't do it by yourself. That's why we get mad at people now and showing up and taking pictures. We come up with a solution and you partner with us, not you. You know your challenge is you can't get to the families, so I can get to families. That's why we can't marry us, and you get what you want, and I give it up. You get the families, I get your money. That's sustainability. We got to pay for this. This is access. We got to pay for it. People come, You get it, people getting everything they need, they getting the healthcare they need, and you getting access to the people that you otherwise have not had access to. And then we bring all that together, right? So we want for every person that we want to inspire their mind and give them access to resources. We want a lot of success. We want to facilitate opportunities. Most of your work is just access to resources, right? You got resources, you're trying to help people get access to it. But those other three are just as important. Model success, how we show up is just as important as resources we make. Sometimes we think it doesn't matter. So I got 100 interns this summer, 100 college students this summer. All together, so I'm paying all of y'all $15 an hour. So if I'm paying all of y'all $15 an hour, every hour I'm spending $15. So I said, y'all work 6 hours a day, that's 9,000. Y'all work 8 hours a day, so that's 15 times 8. That's a dice roll. You know, that's 12. So I'm spending between $9,000 and $12,000 a day. So that means every week I got to spend between $45,000 and $60,000 on you. And you're gonna tell me that I can't tell you how to show up? You're gonna tell me that I can't tell you how to show up? I'll never forget when the NBA said that if you're on the bench and you ain't playing, you gotta want to support a coach and everybody. I didn't tell these rich men what to wear. I see people making $2 at McDonald's and they got put on stripes every day. I'm paying you $1 million a night. I can't tell you to put on a sport coat. So when we're in different positions, we're supposed to show up differently, not better. Sometimes my college students, y'all not know what they do to show us. Not wearing no yoga pants, not wearing no ripped jeans. So I'm training them for how to be a professional. But since they're at different places, it's a generational thing, but nobody can tell me nothing. It's a bad. It's a bad. Now the problem with that is, if you don't show up dressed professionally,
So, that girl that me.
I'm on college campuses and I tell the brothers, hey bro, I come on college campus, I can be in a project. I don't see the difference. As you grow, there should be a manifestation of how you show up and present yourself. I got to go out into the White House. Y'all heard me say yesterday, George W., my friend. Anybody catch that? I saw somebody turn to somebody and damn. So I did that on purpose. I said, George W., my friend. So I do that. Drop it. But I got the Presidential STEM Award for STEM entrants from George W. Bush in 2007. Now, I'm telling people, you know, I've been doing the work, I'm going to keep doing it. In 8 years of Obama administration, I get invited to the White House one time for STEM. I got invited for a Christmas party, or a news party. Walk to the White House. When you walk into the White House, stuff changed. I don't care. You may be doing like this, but you get in the White House, you're like, oh. So you realize you was in a different place. Like, ooh. And the guy walked by and he had some shepherd. standing there, walking through the rooms, looking at the chain, sipping champagne. This guy walked past me at like a little glass. Cut to. What's your name? Where you get that from? He said, man, it's from the board upstairs. I said, really? I went upstairs. Man, me in the White House, they got Hennessy, they got Crown. I said, Shane, you better come to our area. I said, man, I said, you know, be there. There with a line. Man, look. And Obama come out and say, look, I'm on witness, please. I'm listening. So don't take the silverware. You can have all the narratives you want, right? And I took those, I got the picture, I took 3 White House napkins, and I put them there. I took my James Hunt, and I put them in, took a picture. So what you get? And man, the Marine band started playing this Christmas. I got a living time to play this. Y'all think I'm about, I was in tears. And I say that to see because of the 8 years of Obama administration, I've never invited to the White House. Like, how can George W. Bush invite you to the White House for them? 8 years of Obama. My kids got 2 pictures of Obama. My sons wake up, they wake up to a picture with it's Obama holding them like this. That's what they wake up and look at. That's what sons every day. I got invited to the White House, so I know people, friends with Obama and stuff like that. But I didn't get invited to the White House because of the work. Not only success, but take opportunities, inspiring minds. And the first 9 months of the Trump administration, I get invited to the White House. First day. For the, man, I ain't going to the White House. I'm crazy. I call Cedric Richmond. Saying invited to the body, personal friend. He said, look, you can go, then I take a picture. I said, I got you. I went to the barber shop. The barber shop, I told him, my barber shop, your barber shop. Car wash, barbecue place, sandwich shop, flea market. One stop. And I'm in a barber shop. My boys don't know this. I'm in a barber shop. And they talk. They say, look, man, I've been invited to the White House. And the whole barber shop. And they started all about another election. This dude, former kingpin in the neighborhood who I grew up with. He said, Mac, you can go. Whole barber shop got quiet. Thank you for the permission. He said, nah, dog, you can go. Because we know when you go there and that door shut, you ain't gonna change.
Absolutely. Come on, absolutely.
Understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Too many of us get in these positions and the door shut and we change. I went to the Trump White House. I'll show you the picture. If I could came in, spoke about 30 minutes on the importance of STEM, not on Facebook. At a time in my life when I had to listen to Ivanka tell me about the importance of STEM. I lost about 99 IQ. When she came in the room, I had 4 black people in the room. She looked and she saw me, started making a beeline to me. And I was like, oh no, man. Y'all think I'm lying? This is true, brother. This is true, brother. But my point is this, I tell people, when the White House called in 2004, you know what I was doing? When George W. Bush didn't matter what, you know what I was doing? After I looked at what, you know what I was doing? The word. When Obama didn't invite me, you know what I was doing? The word. When Obama got off, you know what I was doing? The word. When Trump called, I was doing? The word. Trump gone, you know what I'm doing? The word. And that's what transformed.
Yeah.
The worst. You do. The worst thing to do is. The worst thing to do is. So, this is just, you know, this is how we get to this. In terms of what we've been doing in the community. In terms of how we, you know, we get to the community. How we inspire, this is just the heart circulation where we had 200 kids with doctors. You know, I saw this out of local government resource school, and I tell people, you give value, people come. We got middle class and white people coming from the suburbs to the hood. We've created value in the. We go to public facilities, we take 250 chairs and 50 tables, we convert public facilities into laboratories. In 3.5 hours, we engage up to 200 kids. We engage over 100,000 kids in 47 states, 5 countries. We just started STEM Tanzania recently. We're using stuff that we're doing to train kids and teachers in Tanzania. So this is the Heart and Circulation Day. But again, we believe stuff should be, I don't think I said this yesterday. When we say the messaging got to be relevant, stuff got to be culturally and environmentally relevant. If you go to school curriculum in New Orleans, they're teaching the kids in earth science about earthquakes and volcanoes, and they almost just drown. Seems like earth science should be about levees and marshland and climate change and flood, right? So we built the whole module where we teach kids how to build their own levees, teach about levees, so never get into flood, you know. In terms of energy, I live in New Orleans, there's a lot of water, there's a lot of boats, I go fishing, so we have the buoyancy and density days, they learn that in school. They learn buoyancy and density, then they build a boat and race the boat, and they get to keep the boat. You know, so all this stuff is relevant to them, so when they walk out, they see. So your messaging, everything, you got to be culturally and environmentally relevant. That's why some of this stuff is based stuff fall down, because it is good, but you got to make it your own. I don't think anybody can do you outside fit on package that work with your community. Because the land in Doherty County is different. Land in Macon County is different. Macon County and Doherty County is different. All right? Just in New Orleans, zip codes are different. Let alone, you know, you think this gonna work all across the city. We found that in New Orleans. You can go into a zip code and have, you know, different mindsets of different people. Yeah, New Orleans had like six big projects, and we knew that's how that project thing, that's how that project. So anyway, this is what we're doing. This is that ground, just create STEM ground under Magic Johnson. So we engage up to 1,000 kids on ground, going to the arena, there will be STEM fest. Now we're gonna do this around health. And all of these things around health, invite all these people. That's a 20-by-30 drone cage where kids can come and fly drones. Everything is hands on because they never get to touch it. We put for kids. And I do it as a parent. When the kids always tell them 2 things. 1, don't embarrass me. 2, don't touch your thing. So we tell them, you come in, you can touch everything. So we let kids be kids and have feel adults to be adults. Got it? So the adults get to go talk to the health counselor, mental health counselor. They go over there, you know, Dr. Bingo, they say, "Look, yeah, problem, did they take their blood pressure?" We even did this at Essence. Pre-COVID, we were doing this at Essence. And we this year, we sent like 60 people to the hospital because of blood pressure. So I've been drinking in that humidity, that good food, about to have a stroke. So we went from that to this. This is rural Louisiana. This is northern rural Louisiana on a cold, wet November morning. And when the president of Grambling University studied it, he said, "I never thought I'd have 1,000 people in my room with no drum line, no band, no DJ, no twerking." doing something. I showed us that this is rural, this ain't more. And we went from that to that to that to that. The point that I showed you is that the techniques I gave you drive the people. Everybody got spent. The question is, can we speak to the people? And can we get the people to act? This is just some of the things when I say culture and environment relevant. You know, Ron's got a lot of petroleum, so I got a miniature chemistry company, miniature refinery, windmills. You know, we grew up in the operations. It ain't fun no more. It's like plastic and real light, and you really can't. You know, I found that I lost my mother. So anyway, we bring things that otherwise that they were ordering into. We grew up finding paper, but still not enough about paper. So at the top of that, I have $50 challenge, and whoever can get the airplane travel furthest away, they did all day throwing away. But the bottom line is that we keep them engaged, and then we drive the parents to where they need to be. It says multicultural, multi-ethnic, kids turn, families turn from all. And the intergenerational program, the college students to be engaged between the intergenerational piece between the young people and the professionals. Then we get money from companies. And we engage. This is public communication piece. The last thing a parent want to know is that another kid is getting something to kids. So tomorrow is Friday. Every other Friday, we bring a kid on the news and have a kid present some type of experiment. Everybody like, how to get my kid on the news.
That's awesome.
You got it? So I showed somebody yesterday a video of a boy who was doing on the news. The little boy, his head was shaved here. He had dreadlocks, 9 years old. The newscaster was a white lady was pregnant, and he was doing an experiment on sodium potassium, super absorbent that he put in like this. And he was showing, now we didn't plan this, we showed him, she was gonna be pregnant. But he was showing how, in a diaper they have super absorbent and then absorbs water. And then get into this discussion about the baby's diaper. And then white newscaster can't pronounce the word sodium acetylate. I'm saying it wrong. They got a 9-year-old black boy with dreadlocks on the news in New Orleans, helping her articulate this big old got it. And when the community sees kids in lab coats, now we started the junior doctor program. So now we go to events and stuff. We got high school kids between 9th and 12th grade taking blood pressures and things. Yeah.
Amazing.
So people are more likely to come up like, oh, this is cute. And the kids start telling them, like, stop eating all that bacon. Blood pressure high. Train up a kid. Any questions? So COVID period, we're now in Ghana and other places, still shipping stuff to Ghana. It is in Ghana, and the kids in Ghana is making stethoscopes. They're taking each other, listening to each other pulse. And this is my worker. He has a freshman worker. Say, can I get a job here? So he told you to come. She said, I can get a job. She's from Alabama. One of the hardest working people I've ever met. I mean, she's almost like a daughter to me now. She's a second-year medical student at LSU. She can run our organization. As a senior at Xavier, I start sending her to Miami once a month to do this all by herself. As a grad student at Xavier, I was paying her $45,000 as a grad student. My daddy came down, he came and said, look, I'll send my daughter here to go to med school. To serve your daughter and go to med school. She wanted to stay and go to LSU. Now LSU put her on a waiting list. Now the president of LSU said, if you don't accept her, I don't want to talk to y'all ever. I don't want to call me. I would never recommend another student. If this ain't the one, if this ain't it, there ain't it. And that's why we got to advocate for us.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When people see you advocating, they see you advocating, they're going to respond. So that's it. Any questions? And I mean this. If you don't intentionally, deliberately, proactively include, unintentionally exclude. A lot of times I put in this word unintentionally, sometimes it's not unintentional. Sometimes it is intentional. Even in the funding, people give funding. They give you enough funding to exist, but they won't give you enough funding to succeed. And that's intentional.
But Mike, if you handouts, presentation.
No, that's intellectual property.
I just.
But you get me your email, I'll send it to
Thanks.
you. No problem. I ain't giving more out my stuff. I'm trying. Well, I really want to take it. Don't give me a dime. You know? Yeah. But the challenge is this, right? One of my mentors, I don't know if you know this guy named Milton Creek. Milton Creek is out of Atlanta. He's like number one speaker in the country on drug prevention. Big Milton called. I used to ask myself, I get invited to all these little places, but they never, like fix it and all that. He said, because it's easier to organize than this. Meaning that big cities is always competing forces. So to get to the Atlanta market, everybody claiming they're doing this.
They're not.
Oh, no, they're not.
They're not.
They know, they call it. I mean, I'm member of the United Way in Atlanta, I'm member of the Atlanta Community Foundation. They're not. So the whole goal now is to get all these people, really the whole goal is to get one of these instances to say they're gonna fund it, and rather try to get all these instances to the table and then say they're gonna fund it. So I think you're close.
I'm sorry. I've seen on your website, which you guys have provide, is there specifically one thing that you guys are running against? Way to have it Zoom in a kick the bell out to the I'm sorry.
What's your name? Shaquana? So the answer is this. I'm gonna get in trouble now. So when COVID hit, we pivoted to virtual. We pivoted to virtual, and we got online. I got online, and I just started doing these events. And then parents, people just all over the world start picking up. And we put all of these activities online where the parent can download the stuff. And then we start having these virtual classes and engage kids in fun set steps. Right now, we're looking for funding to continue that, because now the people that got engaged in other states, they're like, you just can't stop doing this. All right? So now we have like STEM Illinois, where we ship the kids all across Illinois.
Yeah.
You know, like KiwiCo, y'all seen the company KiwiCo?
Yes.
KiwiCo is a VC backed company, STEM kids. It's not that good, but they made like 450 million in the last 20 years. But it's really not real. Our stuff is real. You know, I don't say that because our stuff, I say it because this is what I gave my son and my sons, people that I love, to get to, to where they need to be. KiwiCo couldn't get them. So the bottom line is that I just showed Shaquana shared told me about a little, whatever. And we got a camp right now. The problem is still is that it's very cost prohibitive. So I just got Chevron gave me $150,000. I bought them with a robotics company. They gave me these kits, that's $400 each. And I'm engaging 150 kids virtually right now in the Metro North region. You got it? So the question now is, how do we bring that to other people? So we're looking for the funding to continue where we can ship the kit and engage people with it. So my point is this: we started a no more lost Einstein's campaign. We got to find the genius where it is. We can't just say it's not there. So the answer now is, if you email me, I'll see what I can do. If you got a kid, I'll see what I can do. You got it?
Yes. I got three, but I know.
Question, any more questions before we get out of here? And I don't have I'm Kelvin Mackey, my email is kelvinmackey@gmail.com. Yes.
To bring this from a smaller city
Is that a private question?
No, that ain't probably a question. Anywhere from so city of Mobile, we broke this down from smaller cities to medium cities to big cities. So the city of Mobile, they just signed on at $250,000 a year for us to bring them to Mobile. Now, 80% of that money will stay in your community because it got to be somebody from your community making videos, got to be videographers from your community. You feed the kids, got to be people in your community feeding the kids. So we broke it down to show where every dollar will go back into your community. Yes. The first year may be $350 because we have to train. It's 5 people, we have to train people. We're dealing with the economy of scale right now. The more and more cities we get into, the cheaper and cheaper it's going to become. And that's what we're doing. We pass the cost down to the cities. Here's the deal. This shouldn't be, cost shouldn't be an issue anything. Clayton County, small. Yeah, but it's still, that's a land rate. We pulled this off in New Orleans and we have no major corporations. We got one entity, which is only 4,500 headquarters in the city of Northern California. Clayton County, it should be all over Metro Atlanta, all right, and paid for. Paid for. Like Google called me the other day, Google, in the aftermath of George Floyd, agreed to, give away $100 million for equity and this and that. They called me, they said, we've given away $98 million. We last town job, $2 million, we found out about you. How can we help? I said, I need $2 million. So my point is that Google gave us $125,000. But I know Google is dropping money in the city of Atlanta like crazy.
And Facebook.
So if you pay the $250,000 come in, bring the team to train people, again, it's a one-time thing,
To me, one time.
like once a year at least.
Oh, no. This every month. So, yeah, one big STEM event every month. Now, here's the beautiful part. This is where you went, right? This was killing me. This is where you went.
Yes.
Once you start doing these Saturdays event, you start to grow this community organic. So right now, the city of New Orleans, I got 20,000 families in the database. So I actually want to have a health equity thing. They need, and we got the credibility. We send the people, we are feeding parents the information that they need. And this is a bad thing. If a parent don't know, they call us. If a parent wants something, they call us and let us know. And beg me to go get it. My daughter likes like astronomy. Little girl been coming since Saturday. I've been telling her she want to be an astronomist. Now NASA has done this with the James Webb Telescope. And this black guy, my friend Hakeem, on the news. Mama called me, text me last night, said, do you know him? Can you get him on the Zoom with my daughter? That's access. That's social access that people in the community never had. So once you start doing this one event every Saturday, that'll drive everything else you try to do.
Yes.
And can be proved 9 years straight. Now, this person from Clayton Wine Roots, Clayton County. Yeah, I met her.
Yeah, right.
And she said, we gonna talk, but we drive to Atlanta, we went, everybody. So that's why there's some people, major fund drop conversation, trying to get me to 3 places quick, trying to get me to DC or land and shop. Something called social mobility. When you look at the social mobility index, out of the top 50 cities, Charlotte is at the bottom, meaning that the gap between people without and their possibility of going. Atlanta ain't too much further. So the question is, how do we create all this technology company, but we have nobody telling enough people? There's nobody speaking to the community about the possibilities that's right there in the community. And that's what this thing is. But it's the same thing in health equity, right? Creating all these health systems and all these wonderful things, but nobody talking to the people to drive them to the access. Yes.
At that table of coming to Atlanta. Centerpiece of Life, we are helping people, which we asked about that, nursing trainer, actually go to subsidized housing to have, review part of it. And every month or every other month, health checks, blood pressure checks, cholesterol, single practitioners, being able to talk. And, you know, I may have a mom, you know, how are you, what else do you need? And it's connected resources like that. But we're already going to work in the house. We have children.
And that's it, like I tell you, like Dr. Griggs, we got a house, one of the most challenged communities in New Orleans. And so he's like the community doctor, right? So the old ladies walk down the street, he help them with their medicine, you know what I mean? Saw their medicine form. And they love him, and they trust him because he's right there in the community. And when the Surgeon General came to town during COVID, he came, we brought him to that house. You know, he needed help. We brought him to that house because he wanted to be seen in the community. And that's the new model of health. Health got me. We helping med schools and we helping our schools get out of the institution into the community. So the challenge with doctors, right? Doctors don't know how to talk to regular everyday people. And the way that the regular everyday people can understand.
Yes.
Right? So it's all the same. You good? Yeah. Do that.
Are you coming back to the game?
I don't think I'm allowed. Because the last time I was there, they got video online. What did I cut up? Did I cut up?
I know.
That's milk. So I know Mill put me in touch with he was one of the black so I talked to Brian Williams, Georgia State. So Brian Williams, they know me, they brought me to their whole school thing. And they pointed like, how the hell we been talking about this 18 months, this man is so big, they got it done. Like, still me. Hope I'll be in Atlanta soon. Who's made this okay?
So change the framework for.
Look, let's talk. Texas A&M just reached out to me and created the STEM Known Texas A&M Scholarship. And I'm sending two of them, my most precious students to Texas A&M. One of major in engineering, one of major in medicine. It's upcoming fall. So I want to talk to you soon because I know somebody else at Texas A&M that might be able to do whatever, see if we can help.
Yeah, 13.
Right.
Right. I heard you talking about.
Yeah, Dr. Graves. Get in touch with me, we're connected. He has a whole certificate program now where he's doing community health class at LSU Med School or Tulane Med School. Seriously. I ain't on the fly on that. Calvin Mackey, Gio, Calvin Mackey. Calvin Mackey,
Right out of college.
what are you talking?
Hardest 2 years of my life. GDP Benjamin Elementary is not named that anymore. That changed. Right off the Airline Highway.
Oh, yeah, so you know.
Yeah.
I Gigi's question. I sit on Xavier's campus in an old pharmacy. In an old health center. Okay. Let's talk. Somebody, I had a young man working for me from Haiti. And we started doing the virtual. He said, man, I really my people in Haiti really need this. I said, look, you set it up and people are shipping kids free to Haiti. You can be the one teaching the class, even Creole and all that. Where I said, you, I don't know what happened. You college. You're you need to go back to office. Let's talk. Because I really want to move my school. I went to Georgia Tech. I got 3 degrees from Georgia Tech. Valerie is right in front of me. So I believe me, I've been writing to people at school of medicine. I've been tagging them on there. LinkedIn. I forget the brother who we got a meeting coming up soon. So let's talk. I need to come make a presentation. I'll pay long way to make a presentation.
Oh, we still definitely set that.
All right? As a matter of fact, there's a lady on Atlanta Community Foundation Board that's on board. Who emailed me a senior name, but she sort of.
I'm really excited.
Maybe y'all can help us get over. People in Tanzania found us and couldn't stop. Like you would hate it. I'm like, all right, bro, what you need?
I'm talking more about our Haiti work.
I'm activated. But you got to call it.
Not with, but I will.
Reach out. What's your name?
GG.
GG.
Yes, but I go by GG.
I'm gonna find you. I got you. All right.
She's with us, she's with more house.
All right.
You can't after all this. Together, she's with us.
Yes.
Still bad. Still Baton Rouge. Still Baton Rouge. Still Baton Rouge.com. And then we have it. Okay. Tell her to still Baton Rouge.com. Sign up for a lot. And then we have a constant community. Professors, doctors, really network. That's what the college is. Still Baton Rouge.com. And tell her if she come in, man, she gotta come up to me and say, my mama made me do this. Yeah, all the time.
She's Spanish. Bringing up,
Yes, sir. And so I'm gonna be sports medicine, what she doing that stuff?
Actually, she's doing nursing. Finishing up in nursing.
She finished nursing that summer. One of my little cousins, been in Stemmer, she's a nurse, just got admitted to the nursing school this summer. So my email is calvinmack@gmail. And we'll see if we can take care of it.
Thank you so much. I got you.
Got it?
I got you.
This about you.
All right.
So I knew you.
It's a Dr. Martin, so just remember Dr. Martin, her name is Angela Martin, ALA. Thank you.
You say you from Albany?
Yes, I am.
You know Deborah McFadden, brother? I asked some people yesterday, they said, we know Deborah.
Never met that.
Yeah, that is my Deborah raised me. You know, and she's working for Procter & Gamble, started recruiting me, and I was like, just south of me. And I would never take the job, but I always go on the recruitment dinners.
Okay. Okay.
They take me to the best restaurants, I was eating. So after about 5 years, Calvin, you ain't taking no job. You gotta keep taking me to dinner.
That's right. Thank you so much.
Hello, are you ready to meet your dream team?
Centerpiece.
Are you ready to meet your dream team?
Yes, yes. It's about, everything is about politics. You gotta navigate the politics. It's always like enter, how do I enter, right? I'm looking for, I'm looking for the least amount of barrier to get.
Least resistance.
I'm looking for least resistance. Make it come, we'll create STEM Clayton County. You know, all of these STEM Clayton.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
You start with me, and we got, you start with me and you say, infamous, you're white, a white paper, right? I have a white paper, we look at all the statistics in Clayton County, and we'll tell you what it'll take for us to come to Clayton County. But is it Clayton County? All right, now let me tell you this. So I'll make it about Forest Park, make it about Clayton.
Oh, it's cool.
I just had this issue with a dude in Minneapolis. And you started STEM Northside Minneapolis. I'm like, why are you giving up the whole other part? Just call it, just call it STEM Minneapolis. You don't know the damn city.
Yes. And then everybody else feel like they love. Yeah.
And we started in Forest Park. We headquartered. in Forest
Yeah. See, okay. We're headquartered in Jonesboro.
Park. You with me?
Oh, yes.
So, I used to hang out Forest Park. Where
We
were
have,
That's what we do.
that's one of my strategic priorities. When I was looking at that, I was like, we can do this.
Wait, Old National is not Clayton.
No.
It's Clayton is 75.
It's 25, Jonesboro.
Jonesboro, that's the one. Jonesboro. Yep, Jonesboro.
Hampton.
Okay.
Like an animal street.
Yep,
That's
I
where
got it. Oh, hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
I go to speed.
Yeah.
That's right there. That's it.
So you're Shonda? You're Shonda. You sure?
Yes,
So,
I'm Sheila. That's Katrina.
Katrina. I've been looking for Katrina. Two people I'm looking for. Katrina and FEMA.
Has been a hoot.
Everybody ever buy Katrina?
I laughed the whole time you were talking. I was like, Lord, I would never tell that man my name.
No, but yeah, we can send you, stay on me. We'll make up a white paper. We engaged 5,000 kids or something. So I'm just dead tired. Almost 100 interns, and just been crazy.
I think everything is divine.
Yes. Yeah.
Just in printing for a summer program.
Oh,
In Forest Park, and I'm visiting houses with Jamaica. Told you about.
I got everything you need. See, the thing is this, I don't want people, especially in STEM, I want you to have high quality, when I talk about my program, I talk about it in a way from a value proposition. Like this is it and it's working. Because I want all the people to have the highest quality. So people are coming here and give you a summer camp. Give you a prime example. School district called me last year. I had somebody wanted 90,000 kids a day for 16 days. Now, if I could have delivered, that's life changing, like $20 million a day. Like, I can't do like 100 kids a day. But, we put together a proposal. I found some people that said, we can build these kids for you. We put in the thing and we didn't win. So the lady called me back. She said, I really like what you're doing. It's clear stuff more. Yeah, our kids learn a lot, but with the budget, I had to go with these people. And she said, what do you think about those people? I said, Dr. Johnson. She said, Dr. Johnson, Dr. Mackey conversation is a Karen Calvin conversation. I said, which one they need to be? I said, I want to retain the Calvin. I want to retain the Dr. Johnson, Dr. Mackey relationship. So it need to be a Calvin Karen. You got it?
Yes.
She said, well, look, to be honest with you. I said, what you bought is arts and craft presented as STEM. And it's not gonna move our kids not 1 ounce closer to where they need to be.
I didn't think of that.
To where they need to be. I said, I consider what you're doing now, children, educational development.
Wow.
That's the,
I give you a good picture.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the stuff I'm presenting, people like it costs. I'm gonna fight with a dude in Miami right now. Dude in Miami came to me. He said, man, he's from New Orleans, young brother, always getting in trouble trying to help people. He like, will you teach me how to do this? I said, here's the deal. I said, look, I'm busy, but if you listen, I'll teach you. Because we wasn't a franchise and a license. I said, if I teach you how to do this, you gotta buy my stuff. You gotta use my stuff. I said,
Right.
now here in Miami, it's a big city. He went in the grants that I came with. He got like 50,000 from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A gets somebody 50,000 in a big market like Atlanta or Miami.
Right.
But they won't give me no money, right? So he went in these grants. Now, since he started making all this money, he started buying his kits from other people.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
I don't have a problem with that. I said, look, I go down to Miami. I said, look, we need to have a talk. Come on.
Right.
He sit down at the Hotel Colonnade right down the building. I said, come on, get your drink, get your drink. And I said, look, man, I got a problem with what you're doing. He said, you know, man, your kit's expensive. I said, no, the kits you buying cheap.
All the way around.
I said, that's two different things. You know, and I said, the deal was this and this. And I said, either you're gonna follow the deal or you ain't gonna do stuff in money. So I come down here.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. He said, this sounds like blue magic. I said, you're damn right. You cutting my product. You keep cutting my product.
Yeah.
Blue magic. And I said, but it's deeper than blue magic because the fact that you're buying these cheap products so that you can put more money in your pocket.
Takes away.
Our children are not.
Right.
Our children not learning.
Yeah.
Now, here's the deal. I said, the reason why you buy cheap kids so you can make more money because you don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
Because you can make more money if you do more work.
Oh, they will want somebody. Well, we doing
they will
work.
come.
Yeah.
When you do the work, that's the problem. You don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do go to my website, you check my videos,
I did. I was back there.
and you see, I'll make sure this ain't no hustle.
Yes.
Yeah, but it ain't no hustle. I'll show the kids, I'll show the gym. You go to his thing, you always see him working with one kid or two kids. Now, we support him. There always be 100 kids. My thing is, I was them saying 100 kids or more. All right. The reason why he don't show the kids because he's
He ain't got
he ain't got 20.
He ain't got 20. Jesus.
Because I thought about ways to do trades, but I didn't think about the math and science. And when I heard you say that, the first night you spoke, I was like, that's it. So let me get in these classes and see.
Yes.
I mean, just talking about.
You started something, I just gotta, this is my problem, I keep trying to do stuff. I come up with ideas, but we're about to do something like that whole coalition that came together. Say, people try to put you in a box. So they hold things that he worked with little children, right? Because the fact that I refuse to talk about our children from a different perspective, I don't talk about a lot of the work that we do. Right now, because I've been working. We started something called Midnight Manufacturing. Now, Andre Dickens is the millionaire of life.
Yeah.
I wrote him a letter. I ripped him a new when he announced Midnight Basketball.
Yeah,
I said, man, you out your rabbit mind. I said, I'm gonna write you the letter I wrote out last white man when he did it to let you know this ain't perfect. This Landry in the White House right now, I wrote him a scathing letter about Midnight Basketball. What it is about our black boys that you think that they're showing, but they're showing up playing basketball that Midnight gonna do for them.
Oh my gosh.
So we started Midnight Manufacturing. We're gonna teach them advanced manufacturing. But we're gonna bring them in and teach them how to 3D print. This proprietary, I'm telling you. We're gonna teach them how to 3D print. And then we're gonna have them make the stuff that the city buy. Like card holders, whatever. And now the city gotta buy. And we're gonna teach them how to do that. That's
I love it. Let's give me chills.
That's the mindset. So
That's
we
right.
have an organization we're working on, it's Black Entrepreneur Excellence. And it's a mindset change, how you go from job to career, from career to
That's what I'm
entrepreneurship. Because we're DNA.
But you know, then that's not gonna
Oh, yeah, it's not DNA. You can't. That's why we never really feel settled. Because DNA, you can't beat your DNA.
It is, but it's everybody DNA. They just beat it out of us. We've always.
Absolutely.
And that's why they put the interstate But they put interstate in Atlanta. That's why they put interstate, they put interstate in New Orleans, because it destroyed black businesses.
Right, to say that, come on, they always do
Now,
the
I'm looking
most
for the American Association of Transportation in October. I'm getting ready to read about it.
Wow.
Interstates were put in places as racism to divide cities and to structurally destroy communities.
Oh, she sure did. She did write that on paper. Yeah.
They always put the landfills, the wastewater treatment,
That's environmental racism.
yeah, they always sit in that.
Yep.
And guess what we have? Council.
Well, in New Orleans, it's called Cancer Ave. From New Orleans to Baton Rouge, we have something like, in one parish alone, St. Charles Parish, we have 26 different plants. Mosaic,
Detroit is like that.
Mosaic, the big fertilizer company called me the other day because they wanted to create STEM St. James. But from New Orleans to Baton Rouge, they call it Cancer Alley.
Wow.
Google Cancer Alley. The EPA administrator was just in New Orleans, and a Build Back Better plan is supposed to bring buildings to Cancer Alley from Baton Rouge, New Orleans. Why that's important to me?
Cause he been so bad, I don't wanna be a person.
I believe in the mixed education and entertainment, like every foundation section in the 20. So, we can get there, one day maybe, but sometimes people don't want to deal with you until you don't need them. Sometimes they don't understand.
They don't understand, yeah. Look, I'm gonna let you go. I already work.
It's called science too, so I don't know if you have Michael Johnson there. So,
Anything?
I'm gonna eat breakfast. What time is it?
Almost 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go eat. Then,
So you leave at 12?
Yeah.
Your flight is at?
My flight is at 2:30.
Oh, your flight's at 2:30. I'm gonna say you gonna leave at 12?
No, tell me about Michael Johnson.
Okay, Dr. Blackley, I'm gonna make sure we get that, what email from me.
Gotcha, Doc.
All right.
Oh, we need to talk, boys and girls.